Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss about lens maker's formula and lens equation. In the previous video we have discussed about the equation for refraction at single spherical surface. Watch that video, then only you can understand this concept easily. Let us consider a thin lens made up of medium of diffractive index N2. So the lens is made up of a medium which has the refractive index N2. This lens is placed in a medium of refractive index N1. So around the lens we have the medium that has the refractive index N1. In the given lens there are two spherical surfaces. So this spherical surface can be considered as first surface. The spherical surface which is at the right side can be considered as second spherical surface. Since it is made up of two spherical surfaces, it has two radius of curvature. This is the first surface. For first surface, you can draw the sphere in the right side. For the second spherical surface, we can imagine the sphere in this side. It is a radius of curvature for the first spherical surface. At the left side, we can get the radius of curvature for the second surface, second spherical surface. So keep in mind, there are two radius of curvature for two different spherical surfaces. Here, P is the pole for the given lens. Consider a point object O on the principal axis. So let us take the point object O here. Consider a light ray from the point object incident on the first surface of the lens. So light ray enters from one medium to another one medium. So there will be a refraction. The refracted ray will falls on the point I dash. But refracted ray cannot falls on the point I dash, since another one spherical surface is also there. We have forgot about the second spherical surface. For the first spherical surface, after the refraction, it will falls on the I dash. We have to use the equation for refraction in the single spherical surface. Let me write the equation. Using this general equation only, we are going to write the equation for the refraction at two spherical surfaces. Let it be here. So what is the distance between the object and the pole? That is only known as U. And what is the distance between the pole and the image? That is known as V. But actually we have taken I dash. That is a temporary only. That is the image formed due to the first refracting surface. So let us consider that as a V dash. I have included the two distances U, V dash. For the first refracting surface, I am going to write the equation using this basic equation. N2 is the refractive index of the lens. For the refraction at the first spherical surface, light ray enter from N1 to N2. So the medium which has the refractive index N1 can be considered as first medium. N2, that is lens, can be considered as second medium. So N2 is the refractive index of the second medium. Let it be as it is. By B is a image distance. For this surface, image is formed at the I dash. What is the distance? B dash minus N1 is nothing but a first medium. What is the first medium? In this case, first medium has the refractive index N1. U is nothing but an object distance, distance between the object and the pole. So U as it is. So N2 minus N1 by R. There are two radius of curvature. For the first spherical surface, radius of curvature is nothing but R1. Let us take this equation as first equation. Now we are going to concentrate on the second spherical surface. So the refracted ray once again going to incident on the second spherical surface. There will be another one refraction. So due to that, the final image can be formed at the point I as shown here. So the distance between the pole and the final image only known as V. Let's recapitulate. I have taken the convex lens, which is made up of two spherical surfaces. I have placed the point object on the principal axis. The light ray from the object incident at the first spherical surface. Due to the refraction, the light ray refracted and falls on the I dash. But the refracted ray once again undergoes refraction due to the second spherical surface. So the final image is formed on the point I. Now, like a previous case, we can write the equation for the refraction in the second spherical surface also. For this, forget the first spherical surface and these objects. For the second spherical surface, light travels from N2 to N1. So now this lens, which has a refractive index N2, can be considered as a first medium. The image is formed at the medium which has a refractive index N1. So using this general expression we can write. So in the general expression N2 they are given, that is a refractive index of the second medium. For this case, what is the second medium? N1 is a second medium. So we have to change N1 divided by B. B is a general thing. Distance between the pole and the image. Same B can be substituted. B minus, as per the equation, N1 is a refractive index of the first medium. For this spherical surface, second spherical surface, N2, light is travel from N2. So N2 is a first medium. So here we can change N2. Here more concentration is needed. Actually the refracted ray, which has to be falls on the point I dash, is deviated due to the second spherical surface and falls on the point I and forms the final image I. For this image, I dash is the object. That's why I dash is also known as virtual object. For the second spherical surface, I dash is the object. So here they are written U. For this situation, distance between the pole and the virtual object can be taken as U. What is the distance? V dash is equal to, here you can interchange. Actually you have to understand like that. So refractive index of the second medium minus refractive index of the first medium. In this situation it is changed. So here also you have to change N1 minus N2 divided by R. R is the radius of curvature for the single spherical surface. Here we are talking about the second spherical surface that has the radius R2. Let us take this as a second equation. Now we have two equations. Adding the two equations, we can get N2 by B dash, here minus N2 by B dash. So I am going to add the left side. That means the both can be cancelled. What is the remaining thing? N1 by B minus N1 by U. Here you can add N2 minus N1 by R1 plus N1 minus N2 by R2. Here minus can be taken outside, so minus into plus minus, then you can write N2 minus N1. Now which is a common thing in this two expression? N2 minus N1 is a common thing that can be taken outside. So right hand side can be written as shown here. Further we can simplify this equation, because here N1 is a common thing that can be taken outside. Here 1 by U, here also 1 by B. N1 is the common thing here. But N1 can be taken to right hand side. So N2 by N1, N1 by N1. Here you can write that as a 1. Let us take this equation as a third equation. Imagine if the object is at the infinity, then the image will be formed at the focus of the lens. We know that already. If the object at the infinite distance, that will produce a parallel rays. So after the refraction, the rays will meet the point called focus. Now what is the distance between the pole and the object? Infinity. What is the distance between the pole and the image? Focal length of the lens. For this condition, we can write the equation 3 as follows. 1 by image distance v. Now for this condition it is f minus 1 by u. For this condition it is infinity. 1 by infinity. Is there any change in the right hand side? There will be no change in the right hand side, and write as it is. Let us take this equation as a fourth equation. We know that 1 by infinity is equal to 0, so that can be eliminated. So left hand side will be 1 by f. If the lens is placed in a air medium, n1 can be equal to 1. So n1 is the refractive index of the medium which is around the lens. So that is a general term. If it is an air medium, means in the expression we can write, instead of n1 we can write 1. In that case, refractive index of the lens can be simply taken as n itself. So n1 is equal to 1. So n2 can be taken as n itself. No need to write the number in a subscript. For this condition, we can change the equation 4 like this. So left hand side 1 by f as it is. n2 is the refractive index of the lens. Under this special case, n2 can be taken as n itself divided by n1. If the air medium is present, means it is equal to 1. So leave that minus 1. There will be no change in the radius. This equation only known as lens maker's formula. To rectify our eye problems, we need the lenses with the particular focal length which is prescribed by the doctors. So lens makers, they are producing the lens with that focal length using this equation only. So that's why it is known as lens maker's formula. And another one, we can compare the equation 3 with the equation 4. Right hand side is equal, then left hand side also equal. So what about the left hand side? 1 by f. 1 by f will be equal to 1 by b minus 1 by u. This equation is known as lens equation that relates the object distance u, image distance v, and focal length of the given lens. This formula is applicable for any type of lenses.